It's Football Friday in Oklahoma, and you've struck pay dirt. Skordle Pay Dirt brings you all of the action from 8 feature games across the state. Producer Ethan Sunken takes you right where the action is. You've hit pay dirt.
Yeah, Valles. Yep, Mauricio Valles. So Kingfisher blocks another punt. This time they get on it, and it's Valles with the Dennis's Express Pharmacy touchdown. Jackets are up 9-0.
Got the crowd fired up.
Yep, got your Kingfisher Family Dental extra point coming up. Jake Sisk out there.
It's good.
It does go through. 4:29 to go in the first quarter. Jackets lead at 10-0. We'll be right back.
Life can hit hard, but great coverage keeps you on the winning team. Let the experts at Stevenson Insurance Center guide you through the personalized process of finding the right coverage for you, your family, or your business. Personal, commercial, or health, we can service all your insurance needs. Don't blow your coverage. Come see us at 2302 Frontage Road in Kingfisher. All of us at Stevenson Insurance Center say, go Jackets!
From real-time transaction alerts, fraud detection, and mobile banking to full-service business banking, Interbank prides itself on bringing the people, products, and services together to help grow and develop the Kingfisher community. Proudly serving over 40 communities across Texas and Oklahoma.
Purcell Vision resource play as the pass completed to Nate Roberts. And yeah.
We got a player down. Is it the guy that just got his ankles broke?
That's one of our guys, it looks like.
Nope.
Might be a lineman. We'll take a break. You're watching Warrior Football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Warriors!
No play clock on the field, so referees, the back judge will be keeping that one for the field. Deviney in shotgun again. Deuce trip to the left of him this time. Looks like we're going to look for a right side run here. It's going to be a pass coming back through. Nice little find. And give credits. Is that Grayson Davis in coverage? It was. So great break, great throw. It's not the greatest throw, but it's absolutely effective. Give credit as he finds his man Colton Helms, the senior, with another big catch, and that's third manageable here for Hinton.
Right, and they've just hit up number 8, Colton Helms, on a couple of just easy short passes. And they're not great passes, but they work.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the story here, and that's all that it needs. That's all Coach Potter needs to do as he continues to grind and shorten this game. First quarter's close to almost being over. 2:17 on the clock. Again, Hinton deep in Cashin territory. Deviney will keep it. He'll go right side. He's going to look for something. He does squeeze forward, so give him credit. Breaks the tackle of Gavin Layton. Looks like Timmy Jones was in the area. He'll fall forward, and he'll bring up 4th down and a long one. So big play opportunity here for the Cashin defense to get the ball back.
Right, and you can hear this Cashin crowd. They need to get hype right here, get this stop, and if we get the ball, let's just try to go down and score.
So Coach Potter will get his call in. All right, Wildcats will show a 5-man front, 3 linebackers here. Again, a run-heavy squad, so Coach Wood will kind of get a little bit heavy himself. Power left look here. Deviney in shotgun. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to come up the middle, and he'll get the first down. Great job on that left side blocking. And Deviney just sitting back and reading where that hole's going, and he finds the place where it mashes out, and that'll be a first down, and we have an injured Wildcat on the field. Let's see who that is. It's 14, Max Higdon. He's grabbing his elbow. May have gotten a stinger there. He's trying to come up and make that tackle. Deviney on a nice keeper, and it should be no surprise in that situation with 1 and 2 yards needed. Coach Potter's going to go to Deviney about
series. This 4-man front very active. They've been solid against the run. They've been good pressuring the quarterback.
Just telling the quarterback a little quick out route. In and out of the hands of number 4.
Him on the coverage. intended receiver was Malachi Beaver. It's going to be 3rd and 10. David Carter, Broken Arrow, class of 1980.
Under center, straight drop back, screen set up.
Well read, well defended. Velarde on the tackle. Chase Cooper also in there, another Pioneer defensive stand. This fellow 1993 Muscle Shoals High School alum.
End over end kick. It's short. It's going to hit at the 30-yard line and then bounce out of bounds, and the flag will come out, so that will set Chisholm up with pretty good field position here with 6:21 left to go in quarter number 1. Didn't take either one of these teams long to get to the end zone, but both of them were gifted really excellent field positions.
Yeah, going to see tonight. I mean, obviously be anxious to see if either team can sustain a drive. Chisholm really hasn't had the opportunity. You know, they had the short field and scored on a great 4th down conversion, and then they throw the pick initially. Perry's had a couple opportunities and had to punt, but they obviously capitalized after the turnover.
Kelson Hamilton will have his team back out on the field. Chisholm with the ball at the 35-yard line. 2 wide receivers to his left. They will hand the ball off. It's going to be Malachi Bennett who tries to take the corner, finds a cutback seam, slips across the 35-yard line forward to about the 37, give him 2 on that first run play from Chisholm.
Good job up front that time defensively by Perry. First couple times that Chisholm ran that play, that same play right there, they had a big opening. That time the defensive line does a better job for Perry.
2 men in the backfield with Hamilton as he goes to a hard snap count. Perry flinches but doesn't bite. 2nd down and 8 upcoming, ball at the 37. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Nobody split to the near side. They'll fake the give to Bennett this time. Hamilton drops back, throws, has a man coming open. Tajon Williams with the catch across the 20, and he's going to be brought down inside the 15-yard line. Or excuse me, Brandon Taylor reeled that one in.
Well, just a great play call that time. Perry was sitting in a 5-2. They had no safety over the top, 0 help, and just man beat out and good throw by Hamilton.
Brandon Taylor showed that he has got some absolute wheels as he got loose behind the defense that time, and that moves the ball far, far forward for the Longhorns. Now set up at the 12-yard line. Hand off to Malachi Bennett, hit in the backfield, trying to shed tacklers, won't get free as Perry is there to make the stop. It looked like Landon Chance may have been the man back there.
That was number 58, wasn't it? We don't have a 58 on our roster.
Don't have a 58.
Oh, it's number 50.
Well, there we go.
Cash Warren. And it is 50. His jersey's just kind of folded up in the back.
Coach Cole told me he loves his front 7, so they have done a fantastic job this year. In fact, they've got a ton of sacks. He's got 2 guys with 9.5 each. They said if we hadn't missed some sacks this year, we'd probably be leading all teams in Oklahoma. It's a deep ball for Chisholm, intended again for Taylor, goes out the back of the end zone just a bit too tall, and that will stop the clock with 4.
Needing to work on, see if they can keep it clean tonight. Berglund sends Baker in motion. Looks to the right, throws a high fly ball up to center field, and it's what a play by
Tip drill off Will into Olsen.
See if we got a Purcell Vision Source instant replay of that. We've got some players in the way. Gonna have to coach my guy up.
Man, what a tip drill there! Triple coverage had Wilk tipping that one right to Olsen. Olsen. Pretty good snag right there.
Yeah, I mean, the very good concentration there by Olsen as the ball got pinballed around. And
I will say, after the last 2 slides, that quarterback got reeled right there, throwing that one up. So, more power to you, bud.
1:57 to go in this opening quarter. Warriors up 14-0. Handoff to Howard. Another tough 4 or 5 yards for the tailback. Like that, about 7. Be second down for the Warriors.
Good solid run right there, first down. Hudson Howard, I'd imagine he's probably going to get involved right here on this series.
Yeah. Well, and then it's a pick your poison thing. Are they going to just load up? That's what got Case Alexander so wide open is they're running man to man. They run the zone read or the RPO, and here's Barrett looking to throw. He's got a chance to run if he wants, and not able to get away from the defense of Benton McKim, as he is tackled for a loss. But as I was
guys,
saying,
we got to call that a sack because he lost a yard. That's only the second sack that the offensive line has given up this year.
Smart sack. I hate to say it, Stuart, but I'm kind of glad he just tucked that one and went down right there. You know, don't try to force it. Don't try to do nothing stupid. Take your loss and reset on third down right here. You got third down and manageable. We'll see what Coach Miller.
Rolling to the left, throwing to the left. Nice job by Barrett to hit Cade Babcock at the 30-yard line for a Warrior first down. Again, man coverage. Babcock wins his battle against number 12.
Seeing receivers know where they've got to get for a first down. Get to the first down, get a yard pass it in case you got to come back to the football. Smart route there by Babcock.
You think that's practice a little bit in practice,
It
Stuart?
better be. It better be. They're going to let this clock run out. This has been a quick first quarter, guys.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Warriors will lead 14-0 as we head into the second quarter. We're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Maybe 9. 27 to the 30. Call it 33. So he gained a 6, gives Laverne the first down. Nara did a good job of stepping up and fighting the block. He wasn't able to shed it and make the tackle, but he was able to get there and force the runner outside of him and to the sideline. Handoff goes to Felix Teal up the middle. He bounces out left, and there's nobody there. Teal's got the speed. Mark Bishop's trying to catch him and not going to be able to get there as your Class A 200 champ and your Class A 100 champ are sprinting down the sidelines after each other. Teal gets into the touchdown, or for the touchdown for Laverne. Those guys know each other well, as I mentioned. Felix and Mark Bishop. Mark Bishop, the 100 state champ. Felix coming in. He was in the finals. I don't know where he placed. And then in the 200, Felix won it with Mark coming in second. So Laverne up 20-0 now with 38 seconds left in the first. And the two-point conversion is going to be a bad snap to Tilly. And the two-point conversion is no good. So Laverne leaves points available, but Garber's going to have to take advantage. 38 seconds left in the first. We'll be back in just a moment here on GarberWolverines.tv.
Tired of complicated Wi-Fi management?
Or you could say he was like the pill.
Yeah,
Swallowed him
up. Second down and 10.
Many things you can say.
Will's not even listening up here. He couldn't even appreciate that one.
Guthmuller goes in motion, looking to throw. Got a wheel route open. It's Singletary. He's going to have a chance.
Oh, he tried to adjust that. Good ball right there, though. Back shoulder.
Thought we might have another big play.
Clock's running. There we go.
Be second down and third down and 10.
They're going to want to reset here.
Yeah, they can figure out what the time on the clock.
Find out, Stuart.
We got a little sideline warning too for the Warriors as they're trying to keep the sidelines clear for the officials. White paint's or the red paint taken up by that dirt. Barrett over the middle gets tipped down by big man number 88, Cam Parker. I think he's one of
They bunched wide receivers wide to the far side. They empty out the backfield. Hamilton with all day to throw, looks and puts one up, and that one's just deep behind the coverage. Didn't have a man getting close. His closest guy was Hayden Hatchell. Good downfield coverage by the Maroons that time because Hamilton was in no danger of being sacked. Kelson had all day to survey the field.
Well, I like the game plan, too, here from Chisholm. They are taking some shots downfield. They know that this is how important this game is. But the way that Perry is defending them calls for it with as many players as they have in the box. They've gone to a little bit of a different defensive look now. Now they're 5-2.
Snap back, handoff to Mally Bennett, finds a crease across the 35 to the 30, man to beat across the 20, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds. Big pickup in the run game for the Longhorns. They'll take it.
I love you, people, man of the people. Kellen Davis will keep it. Big hole, come through, and he'll fall forward, and the Wildcats get a first down. So great job by Kellen Smith on the zone read. Decides to keep it. Follows his blocker. Great blocking on that right side of the line there. The Wildcats get a first. Running clock there, 8:56 from the 32 now. Looks like we'll have Ethan Waswo coming back out. He'll come out as he's replaced by Grayson Davis and Austin Compton up top. Max Higdon down below. We've got two running backs in with Jaden Bolton in rival field. So the Wildcats giving up on the tight end on this play. And they'll go with two running backs. Kellen Smith in shotgun. Motion is rival fields. Kellen Smith with a pump. He's going to tuck, and he's going to fall forward. I don't know if that was a designed play or not, but certainly Wildcats showing a new little wrinkle here with Kellen Smith.
Right, and that was probably the better decision from Kellen Smith. Hinton was getting right towards Rival, so if you throw that, it's either going to be a pick or Rival's just going to get blasted as soon as he catches it. So great decision, and Kellen's getting way more comfortable with a pump fake.
All right, so with that, Wildcats will go 2-by-2. Jaden Rival, I believe that's Jaden Bolton. That's
Rival.
It is Rival. So a little pump, little go action to Grayson Davis on the sideline, and he's hit out of bounds. It was a clean hit. It just happened to be out of bounds on a play, so nothing malicious there. So that one was a pretty good ball. It was in a great spot. It just was a little bit too much out of bounds there, and that'll bring up third down and long.
Right. It might have just been in the air a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Just a bit too high, but it was a great play and great route from Grayson.
So clock stop, 7:47. Wildcats from the 35, 307. Kellen Smith back to pass. Dump down, nice screen play. If you can get a block, great job there on the missed tackle by Rival Fields. He'll go out of bounds, and that should be a late hit. It will be. And, you got to appreciate kids coming out and trying to exude their effort. Hinton's been really close tonight, and that one will go for an additional 15 yards on the late hit. But great job by Kellen Smith finding Rival Fields. Rival working through the couple blockers out there in front and getting a big first down into Hinton territory.
Right, and if you've seen the game so far, Hinton's been hitting really hard. They've been taking a couple.
I think right at the original line of scrimmage, the line of scrimmage.
It was called incomplete, so it will be fourth down. Yet another Pioneer defensive stand. We're going to see Carter Stevenson head out to field the punt. That's a kind of one
over here.
Yeah, they're going to have to get going, and that was only the first time they got stopped tonight, so I'm sure this offense will get rolling as Barrett comes out with three receivers to the left, sends Alexander in motion as they look to pull. Oh, they'll keep it again. This time the pass goes to Roberts, and again, the RPO confused me. Nice ball handling there by Creed Barrett. He's able to hit Nate Roberts over the middle with the slant.
Yeah, Big Monk called that out. He said on the drive before, just pull that dude and stick it over the middle. And you saw right there, go up, put it in your playmaker's hands. Roberts, good catch right there. That ball was thrown on the money with some ump on it.
1st and 10 as Alexander goes in motion again. They run the same play and hand it off this time to Hudson Howard. He's able to pick up around 7 yards on the play and bring up 2nd down and 3.
Good physical block right there, man. Kingston Stringer leading the way out there opens up a big hole for Mr. Howard, and good physical run there on first down.
This time Singletary goes in motion. They hand it off to him on the jet sweep. Good pursuit by the Knights. They're able to clean that up. They blew up the play there. The block of Case Alexander was of none. They're able to get in the backfield and tackle Singletary for a loss.
Man, going back to Keisha Stringer right there, you got to like that as a center. Pulling center. He's pulling almost every play. You got to like his agility to get out there, get the ball snap, then get outside, make some blocks while you're pulling, man. You got to like that out of a center.
3rd down and 4. The Warrior offense need to get a first down here. Barrett standing clean in the pocket, throws it up to Singletary at the 30, and he is pushed out of bounds by number 24, Wyatt Dalton. Big play from Singletary, or from Barrett to Singletary.
Got to like that right there. Roberts, Singletary stacked, and we're not going to get a replay on that, man, but Singletary just a little 5-yard out. Barrett flip it to the outside, and Singletary's ability to adjust on the ball. Pretty good catch right there.
Receivers have the ball at the 24. Alexander in motion. Handoff to Howard. Makes a man miss. Now trying to get to the left side and not able to do so as number 4, Bennett Baker, the quarterback, tackles him after a gain of 5.
Howard, man, having to put in some work. He's having to do some work getting past that 3rd level. He's getting past that 1st level, but man, that 2nd level is closing in on
here. Now on the wide side, closer to that boundary hash. Kellen Smith in shotgun. He's going to keep it. He's going to big lane up the middle to the 5. Touchdown, Kellen Smith. Slippery, smooth. Kellen Smith making it happen. And from 19 yards out, the Wildcats have a chance to tie it.
Yeah, and that was just great blocking and great job from Kellen, just seeing the open lane, taking it, and able to get the touchdown.
So nice job there by the blocking on the right side. And looked like the Wildcats have said, look, if you're going to key on Kellen on rival fields, Kellen, my man's going to keep it. Adley Jerry, the senior, out for the extra point. Kellen Smith, the hold. Caden Seeley with the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. Looks good. And it hits the upright. I don't even know how that happens. We literally have 2-foot uprights, and it hits it, comes back in, and that's a key miss there as the Wildcats miss out on the extra point. But do get the touchdown. The Wildcats go 81 yards in 4 minutes. And it was the Kellen Smith run there with 19 yards to get the touchdown, and the Wildcats find themselves close, 7-6 here in the 2nd quarter. Got some scores.
You've been talking about him all night right there at nose guard coming in, closing out.
He's a 6'7", 6'7", 245, I think he's bigger than that. 200.
Yeah, he is the kid. I got some confirmation. He is the kid from the basketball team that is
45.
One of their best players. So as Barrett looking to complete this pass, was tipped up, nearly caught on the tip drill by Nate Roberts as Alexander was unable to come up with the pass.
Stewart, not Stewart, but TJ, you think that ball was to Nate right there, and him and Alexander were just a little bit bunched up.
Could have been. They looked like they were flooding that left side with the receivers. Maybe Barrett need to put a little bit more air underneath it. I mean, Alexander's 6'3", 6'4", so
yeah, he's going to try to elevate and grab whatever's in the vicinity.
Yeah, he might have thought that it was an overthrow for him. Fortunately, the ball fell dead and not into the hands of the Knights. So we have 3rd down and 15 from the 17. Barrett.
Yeah,
Try to send Roberts.
It's good timeout.
A little confusion. Coach Beller take a timeout. We'll take one with him. Warriors lead 14-7 with 6:54 to go in the opening half.
Chisholm up close to the line. They'll jump, but no flag. They get back. Play clock down to 13. Plenty of time as Boer looks to the sideline. Cuckoo to his left. 3 wideouts for Perry here. Boer takes the snap, drops back. He is looking right, throwing hard, and that one is going to be complete. Nice little slant pattern right there for the Maroons, and they will pick up about half of what they need.
Well, and that's Carson's, that's his big-time receiver that he looks to. Haven't been able to get him loose on a deep route, but they run a little kind of possession route over the middle to make the next third down manageable. You got to think, obviously, it's 2-down territory, so Perry's thinking, you got to find at least 2 plays of about 5 yards to get yourself the first down.
I thought Quaylen Carson was going to get the benefit of being kind of tossed forward at the end of that tackle. Instead, they'll give him only forward progress, just a yard ahead of the original line of scrimmage, only about 3 yards right there. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Guess who was in the backfield again for the Longhorns?
Oh, absolutely.
Oz.
Oz is having a game as they will hand off to Cuckoo. Finds a little crease and turns it into a big one as he slips up the sideline, and he'll be brought down at the 5.
Perry on the edge has been great tonight. I mean, you almost want to just see that continue to happen. The little toss play they've run, that stretch play. Chisholm has not been able to stop it tonight.
This drive's already gone on for a minute and 45 seconds or so. 30 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. This will be the 5th play of this Perry Maroons drive.
Is this the longest first quarter in the history of high school football?
I'm telling you, it's been a minute since I've seen one with this kind of scoring. 20-6 already. Chisholm here to announce that they want to continue to play football.
Oz again in the backfield. Great pursuit.
Sutton Bottom on the carry as they try the fullback that time. But boy, Haas has been everywhere.
Yeah, he has. Big time, big loss that time. They're all the way back to the 6.
So Perry heading off, and that will end the first quarter of play. Chisholm on top, 20-6. You're watching the Skordle Game of the Week, brought to you by Bronx.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put
players in the camera help our coaches out when it comes to film. Handoff up to Bishop, up the middle. Gets a lead blocker by Blazer. Not able to get past that last man, but he does get a gain of 12 on the run and a first down for the Wolverines. Nice run up the middle. Bishop running hard up the middle and getting some blocks. So first down and 10. 40-yard line. Domingo out to the right. Cord Southwick, the lone back. And I said lone back. That is Trevin Blazer shifting back out of that tight end position into the backfield as we flip it to him. Short gain of about 1, second down and 9. Second 9, 6 minutes and counting in the first half. And an empty backfield for Brett Howry. Howry's going to take it. Here comes the blitz up the middle. He tries to get it out to the flats. That would have been to Seth Smith, but those 2 blitzing linebackers, one of them jumped up and got a piece of it. And I think that was 42 again. Yeah, it was. Tatum Hope, who deflected the ball, so it fell short of Seth. And brings up third down and 9. Big third down for the Wolverines as they trail this game 20-0. Ramsey and Ramirez split out. Ramirez goes in motion. They're going to give him the ball up the middle, and Jackson Weibling missed his block from the blitzing linebacker, and Ramirez gets stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 9. Blitzing linebacker got by Weibling at the guard spot and met Ramirez in the backfield. So Smith on to punt once again. I believe this is his 4th punt of the first half. Smith's punt. Gets it off clean. This one's towards the sideline, though. Comes off the side of his foot, so it's not going to get the distance it had before. And they're going to spot it at the 48. So punt only gains a net of 10 yards on the.
It'll be 1st and 14 from the 4. Kellen Smith will keep it. Nowhere to go. He's going to get swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage, and he'll actually be right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and long.
Right, and maybe try to air it out for Max here, but if anything, don't allow a blitz, don't allow a safety. Just play clean, don't hold, and don't get the safety.
Well, we saw that big play against Watonga that went for 98. Let's see what happens here. So 2nd and 14 from the 4. Let's see if Coach Potter uses any of his timeouts. I think he's used 1. That's right, he's got 2 left. Smith and shotgun back to pass in his own end zone. He's going to go deep. He's got Higdon up top with the catch and out of bounds. Max Higdon with a huge catch right around the 40-yard line.
Right, and it's senior night, so it's only going to take a while for Max to get cooked up, heat up, and just like the Watonga play.
And then just a 5-yard face mask. So we've been getting the 15-yard ones for the most part, and in bad situations too. Going back to that Marlowe game.
Down at 15. Braden Hutchinson in at corner as lefty looks. Oh, it's picked off. Tanner Olson, number 2, with his 2nd touchdown interception of the night. He's trying to get to the house, and he runs over 2 crossing players on that interception return.
Just run him over, Olsen. Hit that horn on the steamroller, man. Just bulldozes 2 kids. Like you said, trying to take it to the house, but man. What a physical run after the catch right there. You got to love that. Coach Beller, man. Go ahead and get your pick, but let's go ahead and steamroll a couple kids while we're going at it.
Tanner and the powerlifting team showing off his strength. Also on the golf team, trying to beat one of those 5 bags. He can hit the ball a mile. Sometimes it goes straight right, Kyle. Good job by the senior. 2nd interception on the evening, giving the Warriors great field position at the Crossings 34-yard line. Barrett keeping it this time. Gets skinny. Gets past the 30-yard line. About the 29. 5:47 to go in this opening half.
Kyle, but he didn't slide.
He didn't slide.
It's skinny. Tanner Olson's 7th career interception on that previous defensive possession. And off to Barrett, and he is blown up by number 2, Jonah.
That's all coming from the backside, guys. Quickness, and we're not getting somebody blocked.
They're down for the Warriors.
It's in that first quarter and now 1 already in the second quarter. It's a 20-14 game. 10 minutes on the clock running. Mally Bennett still looks very fresh, and they will go to him one more time. Little stutter step, and he's into the Perry defensive secondary again inside the 20.
Bennett, impressive runner. This time Perry's just trying to rip the ball away from him. That's not the way to bring him down. You can pick up chunks, 8 and 9 yards a carry.
44 yards already on this drive for Chisholm. All come on the back of Bennett. Hamilton in the gun, looks to the sideline. Final piece of the play is going to be signed in. Got 2 wide receivers to the far side, 2 men in the backfield with him. Kelson will take the snap, hand off again to Mally Bennett. If it keeps working, don't change it, and he will rumble down inside the 5. Another big run from Bennett.
Well, it's just too easy right now for Chisholm. Really impressive. I mean, literally running the same play over and over again, picking up 8 and 9 yard runs every time.
Got to see where exactly they're going to mark this down. Scoreboard says 5. We'll go with that.
Looks like the 5 to me.
58 yards so far on this drive. Snap back to Hamilton. Bennett one more time. Perry can't stop him. Touchdown, Chisholm. 5 straight runs for Mally Bennett to get into the end zone for the Longhorns. A 5-play touchdown drive. 63.
Guys at Ferguson tomorrow. Beat the rain. Go early.
First down for the Warriors as Barrett throws it to the outside and it sails over Babcock's head. Looked like he put a little extra mustard on that one.
Yeah, that's one of those you gotta like his balls and man, his heat that he puts on the balls. But that's one of them you gotta kind of gotta let off just a little bit. Put it in his hands. He's got plenty of room out in front of him. Lead him a little bit, and he's gonna catch that on the run, pick up several yards.
Wide receiver screen falls incomplete.
He hasn't missed many,
down
guys. You know, he has not missed many throws.
27 to go in the second quarter. Receivers on each side of the line for Barrett as he takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle. Nate Roberts catches it at the 16-yard line. The Powell's pushing forward past the 15. So it takes 4 or 5 nights to bring him down. And it's going to be
about a half yard short.
Another close spot. Roberts wrapping up an illustrious career here as well tonight here at Reed Field. Leading the team in receptions. We have a false start. Nice job by Barrett with his hard count.
Just a little bit early.
Roberts passing the 100 reception mark tonight, 100 career receptions, has over 2,000 yards receiving and I believe 30 touchdowns now after his touchdown this evening. What he's done great for this team, guys, is he averaged 21 yards per catch, but his yards after the catch, over 1,000 yards.
He's politicking right now. He's calling his number. He's got a route. He's signaling a route to Coach Beller.
You think Coach Beller likes to listen to that?
Oh, sure. You know, and they do. You know, they're talking because if they see something that's open, you know, they're gonna he wants to know those things. Whether he calls that play or not at that time, he might come back to it, but.
First down and goal at the 10. Barrett looking right, corner route, and it is incomplete.
That's what he was calling for right there. He said, got to let him get turned and let him see it because he put some mustard on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nearly that call guys in the Sulphur game.
Right.
But he just went to the goal line on that one. He ran that one just a little bit deeper.
Second down and goal. So Warriors trying to add to this 14-point lead. Handoff. No keeper by Barrett. He's got all the room to run. Can he get to the corner? And he can. 10-yard touchdown run by freshman quarterback Creed Barrett. Extends the lead for the Warriors.
What a great read right there by Barrett, man. They all been on Hudson Howard right there, TJ, on the give and keep right there. And Barrett walks into the end zone for another score.
Holding in front of you, but like you said, do we have a timeout or do we have a flag? Got a flag on this side. Could bode well for Kingfisher. False start against Anadarko. Backs him up 5 yards. 27.9 seconds left. So at the half, we'll have some analysis, breakdown, maybe some stats, but then we'll also KHS Spotlight. We're going to have interim superintendent Andy Evans join us. Jackets.
There's a holding. Didn't get it.
Didn't get the call. 22 seconds left. we'll say 2nd and 15, maybe 14. Gave him a yard there. 2nd and 14, 22 seconds showing on the clock.
Again, under center. Under pressure.
There's Reagan with the pressure. And the pass goes right off the numbers.
Number 12. Or is that 42?
Yeah, that was Soutier.
42.
Hit him right between the 4 and the 2. He was on. He would have been down right there where he caught it, obviously. But instead of that gain, it's going to be 3rd down and 14. Now 15 seconds left. At one point, this was a very fast first half.
Looking for that little underneath screen again.
Complete
Has the
it.
room. Got to make a tackle.
Jackets finally do.
Clock stopped.
With 5 seconds left. So we got a big gain there. It's going to be 1st down and goal at the Kingfisher 7-yard line with 5 seconds left after this Anadarko timeout. I think the Warriors will have 1 left.
I thought they used 3, but
kind of was thinking so too.
I didn't.
So it's a big play here. Kingfisher has pitched a shutout to this point, but Anadarko on that little inside screen there to RJ Perry, get the ball down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the Jackets 7 with 5 seconds left. You could maybe run 2 plays here, but that first one's got to be quick.
Yeah.
And in the end zone, we're out of bounds.
They ran a little bit of back out of the backfield in practice, and you've always got to worry about where number 1's at. They bring him over to the short side of the field. Crossing route in the end zone. Quarterback's under duress. And it is incomplete.
Yeah,
and they're going to be a
pass
penalty.
Interference. Ortega was on the coverage, and he was riding him pretty good. So no time. Well, somehow there's 2.8 seconds on the clock. Not getting very good home cooking there on the clock. But it's going to be 1st and goal at the 3.
I thought we had 1, but I had to look, and we have not.
Should have beat BYU
Should've.
at BYU. Let's see what they call here. And yep, they're gonna call it dead ball. Personal
Yeah, it was
foul.
a late hit, and it was.
It kind of bang bang. I thought.
Well, we knocked the ball away, and then Kilmer makes a tackle, and then Guthmuller come and sort of cleaned it up a little bit tardy. But again, you got to like that hustle, gentlemen. You got to like somebody getting after them. So nothing wrong with that.
1st down for the Knights inside Warrior territory at the 45-yard line, the 40-yard line. Double move attempt here as the pass is thrown way up in the air, knocked away by Tatum Wilkin, Braden Hutchinson, incomplete.
Yeah, one thing you have to, I think, as a coach, you like about that. You don't ever like a 15-yard penalty, but you're sending a message too. You come across the middle, you're going to get hit,
right?
And other teams are watching this film. They're gonna see that. So you gotta like the hustle, and you gotta like the want to hit somebody, because it unless you're delivering it hard, you're going to feel it as well.
2nd down, handoff up the middle. Good hard running. There's Guthmuller again flying over the pile. Nice hard run by Jonah Naher.
Well, they try to do the same thing that we do, is put their tight end in motion and lead him up the middle. But he just sort of stood in the hole, and the running back ran into him, actually. If you're going to go, watch Nate, watch Case. As if they lead up in the hole, they're going to go find somebody to strike.
3rd down and 6, 1:13 to go until halftime. Alexander showing pressure. Or no, excuse me, that is Hill Brakefield. And pass is complete. This time to number 12, Caden Lau. That's going to give the Knights their first non-penalty first down.
Yeah, not a bad little pitch and catch right there. Big first down pickup. Keep the chains rolling. After the penalty, knocking on the door. I hear 28-7 ball game, trying to put another score on the board before half.
And they do have the kicking ability. Looks like they're going to take a timeout. We'll take one with them. Warriors up 28-7 with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@skordle.com.
To the right side, and he bowls his way in for the conversion. 1:21 left in the first half. 44-0 Tigers. We'll be back in just a moment on Skordle and GarberWolverines.tv.
Smart Wi-Fi makes it easy. With Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi, you can set your Wi-Fi password.
Throw, jumping, caught. What a pass and catch for the Chisholm Longhorns. Coming up with the grab was Jace Henney for the first down into Perry territory. And just like that, Mally Bennett comes out. Next man up is Hamilton, and he connects on a big one.
I love how Chisholm uses their tight end. I mean, that is a lost art in football. It's almost like using a post player in basketball. But Haney, he's been a force for them tonight.
1st and 10 again for the Longhorns. Ball's going to be at the 36. Clock at 2:20. Snap is back. Hamilton will hand it off. That is Jagger Lohman, who puts a big foot down, makes a great cut, and gets inside on Perry.
55 that time. Kylan Williams with the tackle. So is that Mr. Lohman's grandson? Jay's?
I don't think so. There is some relation there.
Okay.
Obviously, that's not like a very common last name,
Yeah.
but
Be like having a diesel worst. You know you got to be related, right?
Absolutely, right. Injured Maroon on the field. We'll kind of take a look and see if we can't figure out who that is as the training staff gets out there to take a look. Looks like they're going to be able to get him up.
Why don't we check some scores real quick? And we'll check 2A1, some scores of interest on the Skordle scoreboard. Obviously, the Millwood game is a disqualification, so Millwood will pick up a win there. But another game in this district, Jones all over OCS, 35-7 Jones. We had them earlier on in the year. Really talented team. This is not one of the district games, but some other games of interest in 2A1. Kingston leads Hugo, a top 10 ranked game, 21-6 or at halftime. Crossings was within 7 to Washington, but Washington now has extended that lead 28-7. Another game that we were talking about on our Pick'em show this week is Chandler leads Sperry 26-7 at halftime.
Asher Robinson
in the helmet by a fan over there. Hit somebody into that fence. Monty can verify that. He's sitting up here. He said, "You have
Probably deserved. Probably deserving.
Knights call a timeout. We'll keep it here. Next week, the Warriors will travel to Lindsay. We'll have it for you on WashingtonWarriors.tv, and then it'll be playoff time. The Warriors, if they win this one, will clinch the district title. Well, I believe probably have it clinched. No, at least that'll win tonight. All right, yeah, got to win tonight. That'll give us the district championship.
No, not completely, guys. Because if we get beat in Lindsay, then it's a 3-way tie.
Oh,
between us, Marlowe, and Lindsay.
I got you.
So then it goes to points.
That's right.
So
that's what you were talking about earlier. Lindsay only has one district loss. Huh?
Yeah, to Marlowe.
Yeah, our district, Washington 5-0, Marlowe 5-1, Lindsay 4-1, and Crossings 3-2. That's how our district standings are right now.
I think, Crossings Dixon play next week for a chance for that 4th spot. Baker takes the snap, throws over the middle. So he gets smoked and nearly comes up with another interception. Is Tanner Olson. Got him.
Did anybody see Kel Brakefield right there laying the wood on QB1? Stewart, you got to like that. That was a good hit.
He goes hard every play. He goes hard every play.
It is 4th down and about 13 yards. The Crossings does have one more timeout left, so we'll see if they're going to take their time here. It would be a field goal of about 45 yards if they tried to do that with the north wind. They're not. Baker's rolling to the left, trying to get to the outside. Kane Lampkin chasing after him. He throws it up and out of bounds. Good coverage by the Warriors secondary as they turn the Knights over on downs, and it'll be 1st down and 10 with 14 seconds to go in the half.
Kel Brakefield, Kane Lampkin bringing the heat right there. QB rolling out. Just had to throw that one away, man. But credit them for the pressure and the hurry right there on 4th down.
Warrior defense really getting after it. Only points allowed are on special teams. Let's see if they try to do something here for a quick strike, or if they choose to go in at halftime. They will receive the ball to start the second half. So I just see a handoff to Hudson Howard. They do have 2 timeouts left.
Well, they're playing a very soft cushion, so if they do hand off, if he can break through that first line, he could go a ways.
Secondary backing up 20 yards off the receivers. Pass is thrown to Babcock, and he's able to get out of bounds after picking up nearly 10 yards. Be 2nd and short. 8 seconds left. Like it.
Just a little quick strike, Babcock, right? Right at the 1st down marker, get out of bounds. Reset here, 8 seconds left. Now it's time to get vertical.
Pressure being brought on Barrett as he throws another out route to Tatum Wilk, and he cuts it up past midfield. There's 2 seconds left. They're going to be able to get a timeout. And
1 second.
Nice job. And looks like Coach Beller going to call a timeout with 1 second left on the clock. So they get to run one play here.
Coaches over there expecting 0 up there, but 1 second left. Good timeout by Coach Beller. Got time for one more right here.
Well, we'll see.
When the play is it's a 1st down, so you're automatically stopping the clock.
Correct.
So, all Coach Beller's got to do is just call the timeout then. So now
it's time to get vertical.
Yeah, but you're going to we got to do a little bit better blocking because Creed was throwing that one with somebody wrapped around his waist.
Well, and if you guys watched the Bears and Redskins game where they completed the Hail Mary, the Bears chose not to bring pressure.
Yeah.
And of course, one of the other
Caleb Williams after that catch was made.
Yeah. So we'll see if Crossings chooses to bring pressure, if they try to play coverage, give Barrett enough time and let him throw it up to his big receivers, as he's got all 3 of them on the left side. Steps up in the pocket, throws it high up in the air on the wheel route to Roberts, and it was knocked away at the last second.
Yeah, kind of had to step up there, throw that one off your front foot, and just a little underthrown. That's all right. Warriors, 28-7. Going to take it into halftime here. We'll take a break. You're listening to Skordle.tv.
Midfield. 13 seconds left on the clock here in an explosive first half between Chisholm and Perry. It's 28-14 in favor of the Longhorns. Brewer will pull his line back, wants to talk about it, make sure everybody's got the right protection. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left. Ball between the hashes. 3 down linemen for the Longhorns. They'll move a linebacker in. Chisholm will rush 4. Brewer drops back, set up screenplay. Cuckoo has it. He gets blocked 49-yard line. Taken down that time, tackle made. Hunter Purdue, and I had Gavin Smith in there helping out. And that will expire the first half of play. Perry's drive will come to an end at the 49-yard line. Right now, the Longhorns enjoying a 28-14 lead over district rival Perry. We'll take a break and be back with our halftime show. You're watching the Skordle Game of the Week, brought to you by...
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day.
Obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Hey Warrior fans, we want to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. With over 20 years of dedicated service to the community and over 1,000 five-star reviews, our team is committed to doing things right. Arthur's is a locally owned and operated company that proudly sponsors the Washington Warriors. We offer the best products and services for your home or office, from service and maintenance to full replacements. You can trust us to keep you.
And Jeremy Director. Lexi's activities while at Washington High School include cheer, color guard, softball, FCCLA, and track. After graduation, Lexi plans to become a dental assistant and later a hygienist and marry a hot football player. Lexi's favorite memory while at Washington High School are van rides with Mr. Sir. Next up is Audrey Jackson. Audrey is escorted by Mr. Sir and Mr. Ford. Her activities in Washington include marching band, concert band, jazz band, FCCLA, drama club, and National Honor Society. Her plans after high school are to open her own mental health office. Audrey's favorite memory while at Washington was going to Bands of America in Florida her sophomore year. Next is Alex Pacheco. Alex is the son of Claudia Trejo and the brother of Jimmy Pacheco. His activities while at Washington include marching band, concert band, and jazz band. Alex's future plans are to be a successful carpenter. His favorite memory while at Washington was the entirety of his freshman year in marching band. Up next is Connor Cheek. Connor is the son of Derek and Laura Cheek. Connor has been an active member of the Warrior Marching Band. His future plans are to go straight to work in HVAC and make bank. Connor's favorite memory while in Washington are rides on a band bus with the boys. Up next is Brian Morales. Brian is the son of Braulio and Myra Morales. Brian has been an active member of the Warrior Marching Band. Brian plans to go to college after graduation. His favorite memory while at Washington was the Florida trip. Up next is Landon Hager. Landon is the son of Jacob and Kelly Hager. Landon's activities at Washington High School include band, jazz ensemble, drama club, and National Honor Society. Landon plans to attend college and then optometry school. Landon's favorite memory at Washington is going to Universal Studios with the marching band for Bands of America. Next up is Blake Linder. Blake is the son of Kevin Linder and Melissa Smith. Blake has been an active member of the Warrior Marching Band. Blake plans to become an electrician after graduation. His favorite memory while at Washington has been everyone singing on the bus at midnight. Next up is Evan Peter. Evan is the son of Eric Peters and Shauna Peters. Evan's activities include marching band, drama club, and he is a member of the National Honor Society. Evan plans to attend college and then medical school. Evan's favorite memory while in Washington was Honor screaming "Praise the Lord" at 11 p.m. on the band run. Last but not least, Hunter Bonner. Hunter is the son of Carla Bonner and Corey Kendall. Hunter has been a member of marching band and jazz band. Hunter plans to study music and perform nationwide. Hunter's favorite memory while in Washington has been watching Blake, Honor, and Evan do the stupidest things and then complain about. Ladies and gentlemen, the seniors of the Warriors marching band.
Laney! Hi, Laney. Take your pin.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@skordle.com right now for more information.
Welcome to the new airport.
Key here for the Wildcats.
Well, control the line of scrimmage, which is pretty obvious. But if we can get out there and get our running game started again, we'll be okay, I think.
Okay. All right. Lessons with Lane. Lane Broadbent. Super blessed to have Lane going on year 6 here on CWTV. Really appreciate him and all the work that he does here with stats and just bringing knowledge to you here every halftime on CWTV. We're going to take a quick timeout. We've got Jackson Drake back from getting his hamburger. He's ready to go. Wildcats will be ready to go here in a sec. Hang tight. Be back. CWTV.
Magnolia Estates in Cashion is the newest high-end and affordable neighborhood. Less than a mile from Cashion Public Schools and outside city limits, Magnolia Estates is where affordable meets luxury. Amenities include paved roads, an exclusive neighborhood park, plans for a clubhouse, and a pool in Phase 3. Go 1 mile west on 840 Road from Euclid to 2980 Road and then go north 3/4 of a mile. For more information, you can visit magnoliaestatesok.com. Magnolia Estates proudly supports Cashion Public School activities.
Yeah, welcome back. Cashion Wildcats, TV, Neiman Bobby, Jackson Drake, and Maddox Gibson on the camera here, bringing you second half action live from Maxon Field in Cashion, Oklahoma. As your 6th-ranked Cashion Wildcats, 6-2 on the season, find themselves down 10-6 here on senior night against the visiting Hitton Comets. The Comets 4-4, 3-2 in district, looking to pick up a key win here. Wildcats will be kicking off. It'll be Brody Nichols this time. The Wildcats have only kicked off twice tonight. Gavin Layton with the first one, and now Brody Nichols coming in. Brody coming fresh off the scrimmage as well in basketball against Hitton. Wildcats looking at, they're going to need to get a stop here if they want to get back in this. Again, down in essence, still one possession. It'll be the Hitton Comets receiving. They'll be going east to west. It's number 4 for the Comets. That's going to be Oakley Pratt, the sophomore wide receiver. He'll be right around the 29-yard line, and it'll be Gomez. Damian Gomez right around the 35, the two guys that are going to be the most likely the targets for the Hitton Comets. Thank you, Alex. See you, buddy. All right, Bubba, love you. All right, so, he wants in. Okay. All right, baby, love you. Oh, okay, we'll see you down there tomorrow. All right, with that, it'll be Brody Nichols, the junior, kicking off. A little bunch formation here for the Wildcats. They'll go out in their traditional look. Wildcats can do a lot in this look with Brody Nichols. He's been fantastic. Let's see if he goes with that high hanger. He does. It's going to be bumped. It's going to be run into. It'll be Gomez. He'll catch. He's got a small lane, and he's going to be squashed and hammered between Melendez and it looks like Slade Williams, special teams superstar. Looks like Slade coming up a little bit gimpy there, a little bit of ankle there on that tackle. And it'll be first down and 10 again from the 44-yard line. The Hitton Comets have not had to go anywhere. They've had short field all night.
Right, and this half is going to determine a lot for Cashion. Let's see if we can, obviously they're going to try to run down that clock as much as possible. Let's see if we can get a stop, get the ball back, get a score, take the lead, and just hope the defense plays great the rest of the night.
I'll take that. All right, it's Graydon Deviney, the senior, he's been phenomenal here for Coach Potter and the Comets. Single set, he's going to go student body left. Strung out, no holding call. He's going to cut back out right, and he's going to break a tackle. Grayson Davis in pursuit. He's going to have to make this tackle, and Davis does all the way down the 20. No holding call on the edge as Max Higdon was basically wrapped and tackled. No call. And again, another busted play that's huge for Deviney and the Comets.
Right, and I saw the hold too, but you got to give just a bit of credit to Deviney. He's got some wheels.
No, yeah, he's doing what he needs to do. I mean, they got to make that call. It's pretty simple over here on this side, as actually 2 Wildcats were tackled, basically held. But Wildcats, again, coming back on another busted play, the third busted play that's turned into a big play for the Hinton Comets. That's been the big part of their offense. Deviney just basically scrambling back out to his right. 11:18 on the clock in Cashion territory. Deuce Tripp with a handoff. He's going to get submarine. Ball is loose. Looks like they're going to say he's down. There was a whistle. And that'll be a gain, looks like, of about maybe 2 or 3 yards there. We'll give 3 to Deuce Tripp there on that first down carry. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
Right, and that turnover, there's no tell. If he does fumble it there's no telling how much that could have done for Cashion.
Yeah, that would have been big. They said they called him down. There was a whistle, but the ball was coming loose. So, we have to trust that the line judge had called him down when he was down before the ball came out, and it wasn't loose. No instant replay here in high school football. Deviney, empty set again. It was just like that last play. Strong left look here. Deviney will go back to the left. He's got a hole. He's going to spin through, still on his feet. Wildcat tackling has been poor tonight. Give credit, looks like Juan Melendez, and that'll be 1st down and goal from the 6-yard line.
Right, and if I'm Cashion, I'm trying not to break right here, but I don't know.
Well, still early. I guess the play clock is working, so 22 seconds on the play clock, 10:16. Running clock here, 1st and goal from the 6. Coach Potter's going to use all the time he needs to. 15 on the play clock. We'll be able to watch where he gets to. Deviney in shotgun again. Same formation. It's a power left look, tight end. 3 wide receivers. Going to keep it. He's going to try to go forward, and he'll get 1, maybe 2 yards. A good spot there for Deviney. I'll bring up 2nd down and goal. So it looks like it'll spot it at the 5. Looks like it should be, actually not at, it looks like definitely the 6, if not the 7. So, yep, so 2nd and 6, running clock, 9:38. Again, this started at their own 44, right at midfield. That's where the Comets have been living all game long. Wildcats turning it over. Again, same formation. See, they'll pass out of this. In motion is Gomez. Keeper going outside from behind. Great job. Great pursuit down the line. A great tackle as it looks like Caleb Duran fighting off, setting the edge. He gets a huge tackle. Gains about a half yard. That'll bring up 3rd down. This could be a huge stop here for the Wildcats.
Right, and Caleb, we haven't unfortunately been able to say his name enough tonight, considering it's senior night, and he's going to make sure we can say it.
So great job by the senior on that weak side, holding his own, setting the edge, clearing the blocker and coming in, making the tackle. I didn't see who that was coming down the line. May have been Timmy Jones or maybe Ethan Waswo on the chase. So big old 77 is checked in. Derek Pratt is checked in at running back. Under center now will go be Deviney. He's going to keep it. He's going to go to the outside. Wildcat falling down. Hank Brown with a huge tackle. Ball is loose. Was he able to recover it? He was. Great job by Hank Brown coming through, fighting off the tackle, the sophomore, with a touchdown-saving tackle. And that brings up 4th down and 4. Huge opportunity here for the boys in black to bow up. Cashion Wildcat faithful on their feet. Clock running, play clock at 17. Coach Potter, let's see if they keep Pratt in the backfield again. He was a decoy last time. Looks like they're going to have him back there joining with Deviney. It'll be Deuce Tripp on the line. I'm going to guess Deviney's going to try to go right. He's going to give it to Pratt. He stopped. The Wildcats bow up. 4th down stop, turnover of downs. And the Hidden Comets are stymied.
And that is just textbook execution, perfect defense. Let's go down. Let's get this touchdown, take the lead. Let's get this win.
So great job by the D-line. Linebackers coming to fit. And the big old boy, 250-pound Derek Pratt, is stonewalled. And it'll be cash and football at the 2. So the Wildcats starting their own 19, their own 19, their own 19, their own.
We play hard, but we are going for knockout shots instead of just making good random or good routine football plays. And so we've got to get our eyes up. We don't know the ball's on the ground on a pass, and we go slamming into a guy, wanting to tackle high because we're going to slam somebody. We grab a face mask. That's just things that we can correct and we can control. And we're letting our emotions of just wanting to play hard, cloud that a little bit.
Yeah, offensively, Creed putting the ball on the money.
He is. Offensive line has got to do a better job on run blocking. We can't get hit in the backfield. There's not many blocking schemes where we just release guys and we're releasing them.
Yeah, they're coming from the backside, aren't they?
They are. And so we think that we've got some of those things righted and they brought some different looks that we hadn't seen, but nonetheless, we've got to continue to stay hooked up, stay locked in, and make those adjustments at half.
All right, Brad. Best of luck to you in the second half.
Thank you.
Yeah, Coach Beller, they get in at halftime, make those corrections, but you're up 28-7, guys. There's not a lot to correct.
No, you're exactly right. And we mentioned those stats, defense really locking down. Just the penalties hurting us. We got about a minute left before we have kickoff as the players continue to warm up. We'll have a special guest in the booth with us, Maximus Dunn, taking over for Kyle. He's going to do some play-by-play. The high school student for the Warriors getting his feet wet tonight here in the booth. We'll hear him after the commercials.
Great job by the offensive line on that right side. Nothing tricky there. Wildcats go Bolton, and Bolton. And Wildcats are able to take the lead. They're up 12-10 here. Adley Jerry on senior night out for the extra point to extend this to a field goal. Let's see what happens here. Kellen Smith again on the hold. Caden Seeley with the snap. Big extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is good. Adley Jerry with the extra point, and the Wildcats take the lead on a 98-yard drive. It goes less than a minute, capped by Jaden Bolton's absolute massive run going 75, and the Wildcats take the lead.
Right, and Jaden, I don't know if we saw that. Jaden did a great job, but the blockers in front did a great job as well.
Absolutely, sure did. I mean, you and I could see the hole every single time.
Satir, tell you what, Talon act like he wanted to pull that out of his belly.
Yeah,
Satir
he jerked him backwards.
Satir just kind of kept hold of it. He must have seen something. Satir again. It's going to get 3, maybe 4 yards. Ortega. Long on the tackle. Time Talent keeps it. He's directing traffic.
Mateo comes up and makes an open field tackle.
Yep. Talent just lowered his shoulder, tried to run over him, and Mateo stood his ground. I mean, that's a one-on-one tackle there. Good job by the freshman. Stops him 2 yards shy of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Satir hitting the backfield.
And hit again in the backfield. Hold on to him.
Man.
Did not allow him the first down.
He got close, but we do have a penalty flag in the backfield. It was after the initial hit.
The face mask?
We're still talking about it. Tell you what, that is a generous spot, if you ask me. All right, here comes the call. Well, maybe. Just kidding. I didn't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Coach here.
I accidentally threw the flag. Coach Roof puts his head down, so I know that it must not be good.
Well, they got a better spot anyway, so we're going to apparently wave off the flag. Should it be fourth down, though? No. 3rd and 2, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we're going with. Quarterback keeper brought down just short of the line of game.
Talent keeps it. It's going to be 4th and 1 now. Yeah, I think the Warriors will go for this.
To make a catch.
The guys you got, again, Creed is.
That should have been 4th down because Calamateto stopped the kid for bring up 3rd and 2, right? Run the next play.
I'm lost. 4th and short. And Soutier's going to get the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Kingfisher 45 for the Warriors. Pass is complete out to Camp at the far side. Blair couldn't wrap him up for the tackle. And it's Calamatejo who does make the tackle, so it's going to be a gain of, well, they're going to spot him back a couple of yards shy of the first down. So they replayed.
Inadvertent whistle, they replayed the down. However, the spot, they gave him 5 yards on the spot.
Something wasn't right there. Soutier again. Santoyo hits him first. Loses the grip on him. It's going to be close to the first down marker. Methodical drive by the Warriors
keeping
so
the ball
far.
away from us.
Yep. It started at 9:45. There's 5:25 on the clock, and it's running, so over 4 minutes. 4.5 minutes. Chewed up.
Quick out route.
He and Camp weren't on the same page, and Blair able to make a dive.
Trip to the left of him. He's going to get it. He's going to get hit from behind, and he's going to be stacked up for a loss. Great job by Matthew Stockton creating havoc. The Donut King doesn't get the tackle, but makes Tripp have to go sideways, and the rest of the Cashin defense, and that's a huge tackle for loss. As you heard Coach Tishner bringing up, loss of 2. That's 3rd and 8, so with 2 minutes on the clock, Wildcats have a chance to bow up again.
Right, and something we've talked about all season, and even last season, I remember, you just got to, one guy's just got to wrap them up, and everyone else just come swarming and bring them down.
Let's do it. So Tripp stays in to the left now, Deviney. 1:50 on the clock, 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap, back to pass, is going deep. In coverage, knocked out. Great job by Hank Brown, running with his man. Hank Brown with the knockdown, falls incomplete, clock stops, and that's 4th down and long.
And Hank's feeling so much safer this year on those isolated balls out there. Last year, freshman Hank Brown probably would have allowed a touchdown right there, but Hank is just more comfortable. He's obviously way bigger, way stronger now. He feels more able to stop the play.
All right, so it's field goal time. So this time, Tripp is out again. He hit a 34-yarder last time. That one's a line drive. That one is a good. Wow. And it's a tie ball game here. So, again, a 36-yard field goal from Tripp. And with that, we got a tie ball game. But in essence, still a win for the Wildcats, I say, as they'll get the ball back and have a chance. And if the Comets want to kick field goals and the Wildcats want to score touchdowns, it's certainly in our favor.
Right, and I have to give Hinton a little bit of credit
too as well. He's so collected as a quarterback. It's incredible to see just the maturity that he brings to the field. Very seasoned QB. Clock rolls under 11 minutes. This will be a jet sweep going to the far side of the field. Looks like Perry had it hemmed up, and then all of a sudden Brandon Taylor finds a gap and turns it into a nice positive gain.
Well, and Taylor avoids the man back there in the backfield. I think it may be a hold on the edge, Matt, but
flag comes down. You can see the Longhorns up close to the huddle of the officials.
It was Carson that got back there quick.
And it will, in fact, be a hold against the Longhorns.
You know, a lot of times when you run those forward pass plays, jet sweeps, or what a lot of people call them, it requires people to hold their blocks for a really long time. And so you oftentimes see a lot of holds on those kind of plays.
Really kind of put your receivers out there, too. They're not a group of guys that are always used to blocking and ask them to sustain it for quite a while, as Chisholm's going to be hemmed up in the backfield as Manu Smolinski.
Asher Robinson on the tackle that time for the Maroons.
That is a big loss. After the holding penalty backed him up, now a tackle for loss. They're going to be facing second and a long ways to go. Ball is at the 43-yard line, second down and 18 for the Longhorns here. To get the first down, they're going to have to carry the ball all the way down to the 26-yard line. 10 minutes exactly left to go on the clock. This drive's already eaten 1 minute and 52 seconds up. Hamilton will take it, rolling left, looking downfield. Fires, has a man, it's caught. Look at that big-time pass play for the Chisholm Longhorns. What a throw and catch.
And it was Hatchell again, and just a great timing route. He just dropped it in on the corner route that time. Great throw and catch by the Longhorns.
Put that ball right where it needed to be, up against the boundary line, too. And he was on the move.
You know, one thing Chisholm's got to obviously consider is, you know, at some point scoring again, and the clock's your friend, right? So shortening this game, I think that's what they're kind of doing here, letting a little bit of time run off the play clock on this particular drive.
They've been meticulous in the way that they bring these to the line of scrimmage, snapping the ball at about the 5-second mark every time. Quarterback design keeper for Hamilton this time. Finds a small gap and gets forward. He was brought down by Jackson Stoops. First time we've gotten to say his name on defense. He's been involved in a lot, but that was his first solo tackle. Run play for Chisholm on the 6th play of this drive. Play number 7 coming up, and the Longhorns hoping to add to that lead. They already have a 28-14 advantage. The confidence that you can get from a nice, long, sustained drive like this has got to be something to put in the tank for the later part of the game. Same look as Hamilton will take the snap. Hands off to Bennett, and he's going to have his legs taken out from underneath him on the stop. That time, I think I had Asher Robinson.
You had it right there that time, Matt. Asher has been really active from his linebacker position on this particular drive.
8th play of the drive now coming up. Longhorns still charging down the field. 3rd and manageable. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 5. Ball's going to be marked on the 13-yard line.
Talking about that Davis and Holdenville game earlier on. Holdenville had the 22-0 lead at half. Davis has now roared back 15 straight. And that game is now 22-15 in the third.
You think that Davis would be a really tough team to put away this year. Playing some really good football out in Davis, Oklahoma. 8.5 to go. Hamilton takes a snap, throws to the right side, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Brandon, who had drawn double coverage, but Kelson Hamilton put that ball in a place where only Taylor had a shot at it.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there. I think that he wanted Taylor to run more of something. The concept was to be out towards the sideline. Taylor kind of hooked it inward.
Draws a lot of attention everywhere he's at on the field, though, for sure. That's going to bring up 4th down and 5, so a big play here for Chisholm on the 9th play of this drive. Play clock down under 10. Hamilton empty set backfield. They'll send Bennett in motion. Snap back.
Screen.
Kelson looks to throw. Finds a target. It's going to be broken up, incomplete. Cash Warren knocking the ball away from the intended target for the Longhorns. And that's how Chisholm's drive will come to an end. An incomplete pass will lead to a turnover on downs.
Disastrous for the Wildcats if both are against them. Hinton fans cheering. Wildcats can't get out of their own way. We may have an unsportsmanlike at the end holding against the Wildcats. And we have unsportsmanlike on Cash. And so that's going to be a 25-yard penalty, and it'll stay first down.
All that for nothing.
Well, hey, listen, we've seen it before here. Coach Shack is, I think he's upset with Kellen. I think Kellen maybe had a little celebration in the end zone. Can't have that. It's a big run by the sophomore. And Kellen has shown some really good, I guess, leadership, I'll say. Even in the last game, it was getting touchy against Sayre, and he was stepping in, making sure dividing the guys. But that's a huge 25-yard penalty for the Wildcats, and that's first and a mile. So what would have been a 46-yard touchdown now brings it all the way back to the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. First down marker is on the Hinton 44. So same formation. Kellen will give it to Bolton. Bolton will hurdle. He's going to break one. He's going to break two. He's going to fall forward. That's a nice gain there on first down. That'll get it to about the 37, so gain of 10.
Hey, right there. I mean, we're punching right back in. Yep. We're getting some more yards.
You get 10 yards 3 times. That's a first down. Bolton will have a seat. In come will Rival Fields. Let's see if they test the waters here with Max Higdon up against number 80, Xander Furrow. Back to pass. They sure do. Higdon going deep. He's got a chance. Going up top. It's intercepted. Higdon on the inside. And back to the outside. Ethan Waswo not able to make the tackle. And tackle right at the 40-yard line. So big play there as Kellen Smith throws one up to his man Max Higdon. And number 8, give credit to number 8, Colton Helms, the senior, just playing center field, comes up with the interception and the 3rd turnover of the night.
Right, and Cashin should have just let it go to the 4th quarter there, honestly. If I have anything to say, I would have just let it run down to the 4th quarter, bring it back out on a 2nd and 20 and try to do something.
So Hinton, everything going their way, 3 turnovers, having the ball starting off at midfield basically the entire night. They get it on the Cashin side on the plus 40. If you're tracking from home, this is their 7th possession. Plus 40, they're 40, they're 40, they're 39, they're 44, they're 40, and then the Cashin 40. So, again, everything going right for Coach Potter. They've hit 2 field goals, 35, 37-yard field goals. Tie ball game here on senior night. Wildcat defense is going to have to bow up again.
Sorry, I was watching Kellen. I know it's a devastating thing, but he's gonna wipe it off. You know, he knows he has to be the leader here, and he's gonna wipe it off. So is guys like Caleb, Timmy, all of them.
I agree. I agree in that situation. I think that was an inside release for Higdon. I really would have loved if they were looking for it as well. If Kellen puts that one towards the sideline and to move Higdon back towards the sideline, I think he has a chance to make that play, but it came back in towards the hash. Give credit to Hinton, and it's their ball, 1st and 10 with a fresh 12. This is it. 4th quarter action here live on CWTV, live from Maxon Field. Number 6 Cashin Wildcats on senior night. Going to have to come back up on defense to get the ball back. Deviney in shotgun. He's going to hand it off inside to number 20. They're going to call the holding, and it's finally called. Nikki Jo Smith is finally happy that it gets called, and we agree with her on that situation. A huge hole, and that's not going to happen without a little bit of a grabbing of the cloth. So we'll actually have chop block actually in that call, which is the correct call. We joked at Sarah that probably wasn't going to get called much. It wasn't. It was never called. It was this time. And again, you cannot engage up high and then tackle below the waist with two separate offensive players on one defender. And that's a huge penalty as that marches it all the way back to the 45 on the inside of the field. So penalties being a big play. That penalty wiping off a 47-yard touchdown run by Kellen Smith, negating that. Wildcats having to throw it up, getting the interception. And this is a big situation here. Wildcats getting them in, a non-passing team in 1st and long is a good scenario.
Yeah, 1st and 25 for a running smash mouth strict team is going to be hard for them to get.
11:35. Deviney keeps it. He's not going to get about 2 or 3. Coach Potter continues to ride the senior here. They're going to somebody's going to make sure and have to buy him a Snicker bar and a Gatorade. He's basically the entire team.
You might need more than that. I'm not.
2nd and 22, running clock here, 11-12, fourth quarter. Tie ball game, 13-all. Potter's going to continue to use as much clock as he can. 17-16 on the play clock from the 48. Rotating guys in and out, trying to figure out what he's going to do here. He's got number 8, that's Colton Helms. He's been a big target. Grayson Davis with a 10-yard cushion. Let's see what happens if they're going to go back to him in this position. They will back to pass. They're going to have Helms in the slot, and it looking like he had 2 guys in the same place. The intended receiver looked like number 10, Damian Gomez, on the crosser. Good coverage there by Max Higdon, and that falls incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 22.
Right, they'll bring Austin Compton in for Slade Williams. They're going to try to play back on his own coverage right here. Make sure they can't get the 1st down.
Yeah, so with cover 3 here, 3 safeties right around the 40-yard line. 1st down, if you're looking at home, is right at the 30. So Hinton's going to have to get to the 30 here on 4th down. Actually, is it 3rd down and 22 or 4th?
It's 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22. So big down here. Try to force that punt. In shotgun, again, Deviney. He's got Tripp next to him. Back to pass. Looks like he's going to try to heave it. Hank Brown going up, and he breaks it up. Great job there by the sophomore, timing that up with a big hit. Deviney takes a hit himself, and we're going to have a flag as Coach Potter comes over and asks for it. We're going to have a sideline warning, so that'll be another 5 against the Hinton Comets, as Coach Potter was literally out at the 50-yard line sign on the chalk. And so we'll mark that back another 5. But you know what? Deuce Tripp, he's got a leg, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and they were trying to get number 8, Colton Helms.
Yep.
They're trying to get him on the matchup with Hank Brown. And tonight, I have to say, Hank has been able to hold his own, and minus the, easy.
Stretching out Birdwell here on the sideline. Third and 7. Talent's back, under pressure. Gets out of it. Dumps the pass off. He's got a man wide open. Tackle is made by Santiago Ortega, but not before the Warriors get the 1st down out to the 44.
Just a lot of time to cover crossing routes on that. They had them coming both directions. Keep it on the ground. Is that Picotti back in?
Dunn makes the tackle. You went way back.
Sorry, Picotti's way back there, Pendarvis.
Yeah, I was going to say, you went way back. Pulling up some Fort Cobb names, too.
Some old Anadarko names.
A lot of talent in that family. Yellow Jackets, good team tackling.
Good job by the
Lot of
pursuit.
pursuit.
Everybody coming down line.
Soutier was filling that one because he got popped a good solid 3 times on that play. Lost yardage. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. I don't think the Warriors are going to take another snap. The Jackets add to their lead. It's Kingfisher 17, Anadarko 6. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this.
Based in Central Oklahoma, Merit Network Solutions has all the tools to keep you and your business connected with the rest of the world. Owned and operated by Jasper Merit, we specialize in network maintenance installation. That includes installing servers, computers, Wi-Fi, security devices, and more. We have clients in nearly every line of business in the surrounding area, as well as much of western Oklahoma. No job's too big or too small, and we're willing to travel wherever you need to help make your networking needs a reality. Visit us at meritnetworking.it or 405-368-4486.
The Shed Grill and Bar in Kingfisher, owned by locals Brent and Steph Snyder, offers everything from burgers to a variety of salads and specialties such as chicken fried steak, pulled pork baked potatoes, and catfish. We also offer sandwiches, wraps, a variety of tacos, and popular appetizers. Gluten-free and light options are also available, as is a full bar with 6 different draft beers on tap and a variety of Shed signature cocktails. Located at 1505 South Main Street, the Shed is open 7 days a week. That's the Shed Grill and Bar. Good food, good friends, good times.
Starting the 4th quarter here. It's 3rd and 9 for Anadarko.
Straight drop back, has the back out in the flats, and he is stopped about 3 yards short.
Gets it to midfield, so it's going to be 4th down and 4. We're going to throw up here in just a little bit. We're going to throw up a poll on our Facebook page. Let you guys help choose our Jackson's auto.
Run from Rival, but, I mean, Rival's limping off a little bit. He touched his back a second. Yeah. He seems to be all right now, but.
Yeah, a couple of Hinton defenders leading with their crown coming in on that last tackle, taking its toll on Rival. So, as you said, Jaden Bolton checking in. Little thunder and lightning. Thunderbolt and lightning, I should say. So 1st and 10 from the 49. Little fire call out there, 8:10 on the clock. Keeper by Kellen. He's going to try to cut back in, make 1-2 guys miss. Still moving the pile, and he'll get across into Hinton territory. Takes a big hit. Give credit to the Hinton defensive front 7. They sent the house. Hinton with a lot of pressure there, but give credit to Kellen Smith. Made a couple guys miss. Wildcats with a little cramp there as Juan Melendez will have to come off. Max Hosley will check in for him as Juan says, I'm good, as he trots off. Again, we have cramps still even into November.
They're not as bad as they were in the beginning, though.
Clock running, 7:47. Wildcats with the ball at midfield. Jaden Bolton in. He'll get the handoff. Tries to hurdle one guy, comes down, hanging on to the football. Nice work. Tackle there made by number 64. Give credit to Tegan White, the senior. Good job there by Jaden Bolton carrying the 250-pound defensive lineman. Ethan Waswell will check in. Wildcats will go with 2 tight ends. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 5 from the 46. Clock running, 7:12. Need 5. 8 guys in the box here for Hinton. Coach Shack seeing the blitz call here with a Deuce Tripp. Bolton will relocate. It's like going to be a pass play. Let's see what happens. Actually, Kellen Smith, the keeper to the outside. Cuts back inside, hanging on. Still on his feet. Go down, son. That's a 1st down. Kellen Smith, great call there by Shack. Reading exactly where the blitz was coming. And Kellen Smith reading the right hole. Cashing with the huge 1st down.
And Cashin's doing their best job of chewing out the clock here. A couple of minutes have already winded down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the Wildcats could punch this in and only give Hinton, just a couple minutes, that would be a doomsday for Coach Potter. 6:39, 6:38. Kellen Smith, empty set, trips up top. Austin Compton by himself. Wildcats almost getting another offsides. 8 seconds on the play clock. Smith Keeper following his lead blocks. He's going to get pushed forward. Caleb Duran doing his best job to help out his teammates. A big gain of about 2. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8, right around the 35.
They're not going to bring any running back in, so either going to be another Kellen keeper, or let's see what they do here.
Yeah, you might see a double tight, actually a single tight end is Ethan Waswo. 4 wide receivers. As Jackson mentioned, empty backfield. Almost gets him again. We'll get him here at some point. It's real close. Again, you cannot enter in through the neutral zone, or that's offsides. Back to pass, Kellen Smith with a double move. Across the middle, wide open, Rival Fields to the 5. Touchdown, Cashin Wildcats. 35-yard hookup. Great job, and it looks like Rival Fields, who was tackled at his neck, is still down. So great job on the call on the double move. It looks like Austin Compton is the one that's down in the end zone. So 35-yard touchdown. Give credit to Kellen Smith hooking up with Rival Fields, who was in the slot. Austin Compton, who got caught up in a little bit of that trash down there, a little extracurricular activity in the end zone, deep into the end zone. Wildcat fans on their feet definitely were wanting something to happen there, but give credit to Rival with a great snag. And Kellen Smith with the great drive. That drive started on the Wildcats' own 22. Wildcats, with 10 minutes on the clock, basically milk off 5 minutes. It's like Austin. Is that Austin Compton? Yeah. Yes, that's Austin, who's been battling injuries all season long. I think he got caught up in a little bit of that stuff, that junk that happened in the end zone. And he's being helped off by our fantastic medical staff. Adley Jerry out with a very important extra point.
Right, and Rival did get kind of yanked down by the neck.
He did.
He was already in the end zone.
Deep in the end
there.
zone. No, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. Smith with the hold. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Adley Jerry with a huge extra point. And the Wildcats extend that lead by 7, 20-13.
Ice in her veins.
Ice in her veins.
Well, we got 5 minutes. We kind of put them in an uncomfortable position right here. We'll see what happens.
Play.
Pretty quick third quarter, 3:40 and counting. Crossings is not getting any kind of hurry, are the guys?
Does not appear so.
Bennett Baker extend plays a lot today. Do you think we'll see that this drive?
Well, that's the thing. Like going into the game, we all thought it was going to be the lefty quarterback, Berglund, but they've decided to use Baker because of his legs, Max, is he's able to pick up some yards on that quarterback keeper. Yeah, I mean, we heard from Stewart earlier about that lefty quarterback and hadn't seen him too often today.
No, I think they don't throw it that well anyway. So, when you're down 42-14, you probably want to try to just get this thing out of here.
Unfortunate scene here is Kenyon Dowden getting taken off the field in the Gators. So prayers for him. Hopefully he gets recovered soon.
They're down to 5, and they got a slant over the middle to Braden Ayala.
Yeah, it was a good job by Baker to be able to hit him in stride on that slant route as the Warriors had single coverage, and that it's going to give them a first down into Warrior territory. Across the country tomorrow in Edmond. You guys don't got any plans? Supposed to be before the rain, so doesn't go watch them. Rylan Sheffy tries to go for an individual champion.
The opponent's 45. They hand it off to
Nice.
Nair again.
Yeah, nice tackle by Kane Lampkin and Case Alexander.
Hey, got my boy Mason Singletary out here on the corner.
Yeah, and he's got some experience. When he was a sophomore, he was one of those corners along with Tanner Olson out there and manning the edges, and so